I asked Janelle once, say, what is it? Why can't we reconcile? Let's try and reconcile. Why can't we? Well, I don't know what your relationship with Robin and Mary are, but I'm just not interested in being involved in with those people. And that's sad, because that's the deal we made about plural marriage.
If we're not together, then I don't know why I would nurture a relationship with Robin and Mary. You know, so like, it feels like something he's trying to use to excuse his behavior. Why would I want to get back together with you? It's your fault. You'll be a bad sister wife. I have to protect Robin.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, June 6th, 2024, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm back on camera. I said a couple of days ago or last week that sometimes I'll be on camera, sometimes I won't, just kind of depends on what's going on. But today I am. Lots is going on. If you haven't checked out my Instagram and my TikTok, there's a story that I was involved in called Dancing for the Devil on Netflix, and I served as a archival consultant. I'm doing updates on the series, developing updates related to the members of the group and family members involved in the series. So it will be a story I'm covering quite a bit on this channel. So buckle up, get invested, and follow along, because this story will take place in real time. And there is an expectation that there could be an ongoing civil and criminal case in the future. So hang on tight. Get invested. It's a story that if you watch The Sister Wives, you will get invested in this, because it's another high control group that, while it does involve dancers, it's not really about that. And a lot of the same tactics that are used in polygamous cults are used within this group. And because I cover cults on this channel, I think you guys will want to get interested in it. Okay, for this update, I wanted to just do a quick update on Janelle Brown, because Janelle has been obviously dealing with the loss of her son, Garrison, but one of her sons, Gabriel, has been on the forefront of a lot of your minds. And because this is someone that so many of you care about, you want to know what's going on with him. Is he okay? I wanted to do a video real quick, because she has been back in Flagstaff traveling, and even took a trip with her son and her daughter, Gabriel and Savannah. They went to Disney, and then they also had some food together, and Gabriel looks like he's doing okay. So I'll just share with you what's going on, and then we'll discuss. So 3 days ago on her Instagram, Janelle Brown said, Disney Day, Gabe and Savannah and I made a quick trip to Disneyland. I never want to waste an opportunity to make memories. Oh, and P.S. Gabe and Savannah are making hearts with their fingers. So Disney is like a huge thing. They love Disney, which is so ironic, because last year or 2 years ago, the group that they came from, which is the Apostolic United Brethren, they're a polygamous sect that's based in Bluffdale, Utah. They also have a temple down in Mexico. They've got groups in southern Utah, Montana, and in Idaho and Wyoming. And in this, they are now super against Disney. It's weird, because when Christine and them were all super involved, they used to have youth yearbooks, and they used to put holders of Daisy and Donald Duck and Mickey and Minnie Mouse. So their opinions about Disney have evolved over time, and now basically the members are being told not to like Disney, and Disney is Satan. I'm just saying. But because it was such a big thing in the cult back when they were in it and back involved in it, I think a lot of the Disney component comes from that. They're really big into it back in the day. They would talk about it. They had sermons about it. The sort of fairy tale endings of Disney were kind of promoted to the girls in this culture. Either way, you don't have to be from a cult to like Disney. And if you haven't been to Disneyland, I'm sure it's super fun. This family goes to Disney a lot. Now, they're not super far from California, so that might be why. But more importantly, it is good to see, one, Gabriel is out with his mom, spending time with her, looks good. Savannah's there, looks good. And it looks like Janelle is doing the best she can right now, even though she misses her son, Garrison, tremendously. But she's doing her best to be there for her kids. And then just a little bit ago, Janelle posted that Gabe introduced Savannah and her to Korean barbecue last night, and it was great. And then incidentally, people noticed that Gabriel had a tattoo on his arm that said, "To the stars." And someone asked her what that was about. And they said, is Gabe's arm with the to the stars tattoo? What a lovely tribute to Garrison. And Janelle said, yes, many of the kids got a tattoo with some version of that quote. It is one of Garrison's favorite movies growing up, even as an adult. And then they also asked about a bracelet, and it says, I also love Gabe's bracelet. And she said, some dear friends got us all one. When you look through the circle, it's a picture of Garrison. We love them. Okay, I need to explain to you what is very significant about the fact that Gabriel got a tattoo and that a lot of the siblings got tattoos, because this is big. If you know Garrison had tattoos, and if you know anything about Kody, he hates tattoos. Kody is super anti-tattoo. You can't have your ears pierced. You can't have tattoos. You can't do anything to just desecrate your body, because your body is your temple. That actually comes from the AUB. Their belief is that you can't wear earrings. You can't wear put holes in your body. You can't have piercings, and specifically that tattoos are unholy and super bad. As a result, Kody would never allow any of the women to get tattoos, and he would never allow his kids to get tattoos. So the fact that to honor Garrison, that they are getting tattoos, it's kind of a tribute to Garrison, obviously, but it's also sort of this signal of where their alliances are, because tattoos are so not okay with Kody. So for instance, if you knew your dad was super against something and you did it anyway because you don't agree with his belief system, and your brother happened to pass away and he was having a strained relationship with his dad, it's clear that they are not only rejecting the beliefs that their dad brought them up in, but they're also showing their alliance to Garrison. So it's a tribute that has two meanings. It's a rebellion against what they grew up with, and then it's also to honor something about their brother that he loved. Garrison loved to take photographs of the stars. He was an avid photographer. If you've never seen his Instagram, I would suggest that you check it out. His Instagram is still up, and his photography is absolutely beautiful. So for the AUB, if you remember, one of the very first things that Christine did when she got out was got a tattoo. And she specifically stated that she and David got matching tattoos, and when she was married to Kody, he never would have allowed her to get tattoos. He was very anti-tattoos. I mean, this is a man that recently only came to the conclusion that it was okay to have pierced ears. And he still is highly against tattoos. He thinks they are horrible. So it's this silent nod to their brother, and then the sort of silent screw you, dad, to their dad. Kody Brown and Robin Brown have been very quiet for the last several months. It's actually very strange that on and off season they are this quiet. And given that this would be an opportune time for Kody, who is a narcissist, to gain sympathy and try to reestablish relationships with his children and try to mend fences, this could be a really good time for him to try to rehabilitate himself and rehabilitate his image. But he's not doing that, and it's kind of evident by the fact that the kids are never talking about him. I even noticed that on McKelty's recent Patreons, she barely brings up her dad at all. It's mostly nothing about him. They're watching season 2 right now on her Patreon, so I guess it's not super relevant to today's time, but I've noticed that she has been not as engaged in talking about her dad and defending her dad. Not to say that she's not a flying monkey, and not to say that she doesn't, have influence that's by Robin, but it's she's not touting that relationship as much as she used to. It used to be when I would watch her Patreon videos, it was constantly defending her dad, constantly defending Robin, and it's kind of just they're not doing that right now. I think that Kody's relationships will change dramatically. So one other thing is that I saw that there was some more teasers coming up about, what's going to be in season 19, what are we going to see, what's going to happen. Some of you are all I don't want to watch the show anymore, and that is your right. Because I cover polygamy and because I cover cults, it's a relevant topic for me. So you don't have to watch it. I will still be watching season 19. I will be reporting on it for all of you, and we'll dissect the facts from fiction, and we'll go through, the beliefs from the non-beliefs and all of that like we always do. But I'm getting more and more of a sense that based on things that Christina said about what's coming up this season, that I don't think that Garrison's death is going to be addressed this season, unless they do maybe a special. Because I think they're filming the reactions, right? So about a couple months before the series goes live, they do filming with the cast after they've filmed the seasons where they have to look to and react to the episodes, right? So they're going to show them a clip and then they have to say what they were thinking during that time. And that's what they're doing right now. And in order to do that, they're making McKelty wear a bump on her stomach because she had her twins a year ago. So my best guess is that they are going to be starting more than 2 years ago. And that means that Garrison's passing and the tragedy might not happen until either the end of season 19 or season 20. And as far as I know, the family is only signed until season 20. And then after that, I don't know what the plans are for the network. I also wanted to let you know that TLC has signed another large family. This time it's Alec Baldwin and his wife, Hilaria. Her actual name is Hillary. And they are not getting a lot of positivity here, okay? TLC is assigning a guy that's currently will be on trial next month for manslaughter. And then his wife was most famously known for faking being Spanish. I don't know if you followed the story a couple years ago, but it came out that Hilaria was not actually from Spain, even though she had been saying for years that she was from Spain and that like she would pose in Spanish, articles and she would be featured in Latina magazines and she was like taking opportunities away from other Latinas. And it turned out she was just like Hillary from Boston and she had been faking her accent for years. And her explanation was that they used to travel to Spain and that's why. I mean, under that same assumption, I studied Spanish and went to Spain in college. So I'm from Spain too, right? So not a lot of people like Hillary, but they have 7 kids. And so it's sort of like on that trajectory of like large families. And Alec is 26 years older than her. He is going to be going on trial for manslaughter next month for what happened on the set of Rust. And it just is another indication to me that one, TLC is like absolutely lacking in morality. I don't really care what you think about what Alec did, but a life was taken. The armorer that was a part of this has already been convicted and she was sentenced. And Alec is actually the one that had the weapon in his hand and he's the one that the weapon was shot, which ended a life. And we don't know what's going to happen with him. Like, we don't know if he'll be found guilty or not, but he tried to have those charges dismissed and they weren't. So it's very weird to me that when you're in the middle of a criminal trial where you might possibly be going to prison, that you would want to put yourself on reality television. And the only reason I think he might be doing this, in my opinion, is that he's trying to rehabilitate his image and he wants to look like the good dad and like the family man. And I don't know if you follow Alec or not, but he's hysterical. Like, he did great for 8 years. For 4 years, he was like Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live and it was really funny. But he's also been very volatile and he's been very abusive at times to some of his relationships with Kim Basinger. He's been not the best dad to his daughter Ireland. The voicemails he left her years ago. And he's had a notorious history of getting into fights with paparazzi. He's had to go through anger management. Like, he's one of those people that's like very talented, but also incredibly reckless. And this move by him has this sense that he's like kind of a narcissist, because I feel like only a narcissist would want to, in the middle of a criminal trial, be like, and look, we're going to go on a reality show. TLC actually had them tagged in their announcement, and ultimately they had to take the announcement down offline because people in the comments were going insane. Like, they were dragging it to filth. They wanted nothing to do with it. They were like, get this show off the air. And I don't know, I mean, like, TLC announced it and then they pull the videos off their Instagram. Make of that what you will. Maybe this will be the one time TLC will listen to their viewers. But if this is an indication of what we can expect from TLC, they have learned absolutely nothing when it comes to platforming people that maybe don't deserve a platform and giving platforms to narcissists and the poor children that are in the middle of it. All right, you guys, so what are your thoughts about TLC's terrible new show? And what are your thoughts about Janelle and Gabriel? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click on the bell so you never miss a video. Bye guys.